Hey, this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. I really like it. It's fun, but you probably shouldn't buy one. I've been using it for 3 months, and here's everything you need to know. If you had told me last year everything that would happen in 2020, I would be pretty skeptical, especially the part where Samsung made a really amazing clamshell-style flip phone with a foldable screen. When the Galaxy Z Flip was first announced, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. On paper, I thought the Motorola Razr phone looked a lot more compelling. Yeah, it's more expensive and didn't have all the specs, but the design, there was just something more personal about it. Perhaps not in the execution. Fast forward today and, well, I just can't stop, doing this. I love doing this, even 3 months later. And this, if I'm on a call, and also this to open it, there's nothing like it. And by the way, this phone gets a lot of attention. During the day, the Galaxy Z Flip sits in this position next to my computer. It's kind of like it's a little laptop. Over the past 3 months, I think probably the biggest surprises was the fact of how much I use this for vertical video and video chats. More on both of these later, but this isn't the perfect phone. It's not the most powerful, doesn't have the best specs, the battery life's okay, the cameras are good but not the best, and this phone is ridiculously expensive. But I am absolutely addicted to it. And here, let me get into the specifics of what it's been like using the Galaxy Z Flip for the past 3 months. First, I love and hate this display. When it's clean, it looks amazing and kind of unreal because apps and the internet are just right there at the tips of my fingers. Now, this is hard to show on camera, but you just have to experience it. The screen is vibrant, videos look outstanding. Even though it has a 21.9 by 9 aspect ratio, it's really wide. And so if you're watching YouTube videos, most of them are going to have black bars on either side. However, widescreen movies, absolute treat to watch on this display. But once in a while, the plastic polymer coating starts to get in the way. And this goes from feeling like a cool high-tech phone to more of like a movie prop. And it's really apparent when there's fingerprints on the screen, which happens a lot. Then there's the crease. The crease. Yeah, it's there. And it bugs me about as much as a display notch does on old phones or current Apple and Google phones. Meaning, I don't really notice it much anymore. Or, here's a better way of putting it. I just don't care. Yeah, there's a crease. In fact, because it has a horizontal crease versus a vertical one, like the Galaxy Fold, you see it a lot less. But oh, do you feel it. Especially in apps where you're scrolling, like Instagram or Twitter or whatever your favorite endless scrolling app is, you're gonna notice this crease. And does it bother me? Not particularly. I mean, I've kind of gotten used to it, and I don't really baby this phone. I tap on it, I push on it, I swipe on it just as hard as I would a regular phone. But that crease is kind of like this subtle background music that is just a little reminder that this phone has this weird vulnerability. Then there's the outside display, which looks cool and minimalist with its pill shape, but yeah, it's kind of useless. I mean, yeah, it's nice to see the time. It's nice to see how much battery life I have left, and yeah, it's nice to like skip tracks on Spotify, but for reading notifications, it's pretty much useless because the screen turns off too fast. And yeah, it's really kind of cool to see that little selfie camera pop on because you're actually not using the selfie camera, you're using the rear cameras, which are better quality. But the framing you see in that little display is not indicative of what you're going to get in the final photo. Hey, part of me likes that the little display can't do much, and I'm reminded of that fact every time I see the message, open phone for details, because I'm like, yeah, no duh, because the little screen's not going to tell you these details. But let's just say Samsung wants to continue on with this little display, if they just left it on longer, so you can